In this video we'll be looking at the naming of Class 66 loco 66764. It's going to be named in honour of Major John Poyntz. As you'll see, it's quite a moving ceremony, very impressive.
John worked extensively in Germany, in particular in Mönchengladbach, and my own memories, and some here will know of Ayrshire Barracks South, which was the Army's famous railway base. In typical military fashion, I remember millions were spent refurbishing the ambulance trains, and then the Cold War ended and they were all cut up. But hey, that's life. So he retired from the Army, he went into the Railway Inspectorate, where he remained until 2006. And I know that he made a valuable contribution to railway safety, and many colleagues will vouch for that. In particular, of course, the railway heritage business benefited hugely from his sage advice. So that is John, that's why we're here. He was not just any old member of the Railway Inspectorate, and that's not a pejorative description. He was colourful, he was larger than life, but he was an absolute master of his trade. And I'm absolutely certain that he was a gloriously loving companion and husband. Indeed. Okay, what I'd like to do now is to invite Ian Prosser, who is Her Majesty's Chief Inspector of Railways, to step up to say a few words. Thank you.
I'm very short. Without his help, I wouldn't have done that. But his charm and wit, was absolutely amazing. And it made that day such an enjoyable day that I'll remember it forever. So thank you very much for coming, and I hope that we see this on the railway for a long time. So from the Majesty's Railway Inspectorate, well done, John. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. I'd like to invite Colonel Andrew Ryan onto the rostrum, please. Thank you.
Virtually good afternoon, everybody. I'm delighted to be here today with troops obviously from 170 Engineer Group and Royal Monmouthshire Royal Engineers to help celebrate and support this momentous occasion. I'm here on behalf of our Chief Royal Engineer, General Tyrone Urch, who sends his best regards for the day, and on behalf of the Corps, based as we are out of Chatham in Kent. So it is fitting that the Corps is represented. John spent clearly a large chunk of his life in the Corps, and with his affiliation for the railway industry, again, from my point of view, it's quite fitting because I used to be the commanding officer of the works group under which 507 STRE sits. So some of the people here today remember me, maybe not fondly, but certainly remember me from my role in that job. So I'm not unused to seeing large pieces of rolling stock on the tracks. Anyway, moving on to the more important part of the day, and would you like to come and join me on the dais, please? So we're going to move on to... Right, we're now going to move on to the unveiling itself.
So he was a great man, he was a really good friend of mine. delighted that we're able to do this today. So thanks to the ORR, GB, Steve, everybody in the team who's done this. It's been a fantastic day, and I hope John would have been pleased. I could also hear him say lots of stuff.
Yeah, I'll pull it away. Has it got the high vis? Is that right?